want to go with some of this stuff. So
yeah, I had two. We had two in the DFS one. I forgot what I did when I changed there. I think I changed it to Derek Carr just to make it quick.
yeah, change it to Brissett.
Brissett, you think so?
Yeah,
All right, I'll do that. One moment.
we can hit that up whenever you get this all set up.
Yeah, I think we're about there. Let me just add my thumbnail. Bang, pow. Go live in 4 minutes, even though it says live now. All right. Hopefully that fixes it. So I should be able to go to. Why is the chat disabled again? This is not made for kids. Does that fix the chat? Well, we just want an open chat. Okay, looks like the chat's working now. All right, I think we're good. I think we are bueno.
All right.
Let me fix my links that I sent. Swap this YouTube link here. And one more spot, and we'll be good. Boom. All righty. Let's see how we looking. You're looking good. You're looking good. I like the hair this morning. All right. All right. So welcome everyone into the week 9 start sit live stream. Sorry for the technical difficulties as we got set up here. Our in-house technical mastermind who does all of our technical stuff is at the Dolphins game and is making it hard for me to get this thing rolling as smoothly as he does. So we're going to move on now. We think we got it. So let's move into the inactives for week 9. As some of us already know, we are looking at a week without Tua Tagovailoa. And if you watched our DFS episode, we did recommend Tua in at the quarterback slot for our DFS lineup. So Hugh, where are we going with that as of right now?
I think we just take out. Well, obviously we have to take out Tua, and I think we just play Jacoby.
You think you jump right into Jacoby? You're comfortable with him against Houston?
Yeah, I
All
mean,
right,
I don't. Yeah.
Okay. We got a question already. It says, "Hey boys, with Fan out, who do I start at tight end in his place? Half point PPR: CJ Uzomah, Dan Arnold, Evan Ingram, or Albert O." For me on this one, I'm thinking my favorite play on this would probably be. I'm kind of stuck between CJ Uzomah and Albert O. Albert O has shown some little flashes here and there with Noah Fant in the lineup, getting some sort of targets almost every week that he's been there, as well as getting in an end zone a couple weeks ago. But I also really like the idea of CJ Uzomah against Cleveland. Where are you sitting with that one?
I think, what were the options again?
It was Albert O, CJ Uzomah, Dan Arnold, or Evan Ingram.
Ingram is interesting. just because it's kind of vague on what he's going to get. He kind of showed up last week just due to injury concern.
Yeah.
Albert O is a great. He should be pretty good, but Judy's back, Sutton's there, so you could see some targets. I think you could see safely 8 targets, 7 or 8 targets.
That's
So
fair.
I like just plugging in Albert O as a replacement there for half point, but also, yeah, I think I go Albert O. Dan Arnold,
All
I like, but it's against the Bills. So
right. Let's jump into a question we got on Twitter. It's going to be Rashad Bateman and Rondale Moore for your wide receiver 2 this week. Pulling up the inactives as we speak. I wanted to see if they had anything for that game announced yet. What did I just do? They do not see. Oh, offense, Kyler Murray is still questionable. DeAndre Hopkins still questionable. AJ Green, it's technically still listed as questionable as they're waiting on his last COVID test.
he's not going to play.
I don't believe so either. Elijah Mitchell. Oh, these are just the 4 o'clock games. Okay, so it doesn't look like we have an answer on Kyler Murray still, or AJ Green not there. So Rondale Moore and Christian Kirk could have a nice little role set up for themselves.
I like Rondale Moore. I like Christian Kirk more, but I do like Rondale Moore. If that was the question, though.
What was the question between? The question was Rondale Moore and Rashad Bateman this week. No Sammy Watkins in Baltimore.
I think Colt McCoy's going to check down to Rondale. So is this PPR or
It doesn't specify, so we're going to assume half point.
half point? I think I'm going to go with Rondale.
All right. That's what I already answered anyways. But all right. Half point PPR, T. Higgins or Robert Woods. That's a good one as well. This week, the Rams are going up against the Tennessee Titans, which I think is a great opportunity for both their receivers to have a huge day. Problem always being is how much can Robert Woods get while Cooper Kupp still gets his. And when it comes down to that, I think I kind of like T. Higgins again and Joe Burrow against the Cleveland Browns over Robert Woods this week.
Yeah.
Okay. So
yeah, I agree.
All right. Do you have any players that you're like trying to stay away from? Anyone you're not in love with that maybe a lot of other people are jumping on the bandwagon for?
Anybody from Atlanta I don't want to play. I kind of want to just stay away from Carolina. I just kind of want to stay away from that. I don't know.
Yeah. Well,
so
honestly, don't doubt you too much. The Carolina game's kind of scary for me. I've been a huge DJ Moore fan of the past few years.
Yeah.
Or the past couple of years now. And it kind of sucks seeing what happens when Sam Darnold finally slows down. DJ Moore slows down right next to him.
Yeah.
All right. How are you feeling about your team this week? You are a 49ers fan, or at least publicly. How are you feeling about this week?
I think we have a shot to beat Arizona today. I really do. With Colt, I think Colt McCoy's going to play. So I think with that, there's not going to be a high.
All right.
I'm not worried. So I think we'll win.
Yeah, that's got to be a nice feeling to at least have some confidence in your team.
Yeah.
This morning I woke up and Mike let me know first that Tua is not playing because of his finger. Ooh. And I told my girlfriend and she goes, "Oh, well, you guys weren't going to win anyways." It's like, oh. She's right. But we got high hopes, right?
Oh,
all
yeah.
right, so Cortland Sutton or T. Higgins moving forward. I'm going T. Higgins with Jerry Jeudy coming back.
Yeah, I think I'll go with that. Yeah, I like that.
All right. Are you dealing with any of your own roster management questions right now as you set your lineups going into the week?
Not really. I kind of got a lot of clarity on some of the stuff. I'm just not going to play Kyler. I switched off to Tyrod Taylor in that league. James Robinson was out, so I switched off to play a tight end in that flex spot. So I'm pretty good with that. I'm on setting my lineups this week. I'm kind of just more or less tinkering with DFS stuff with all this news for the last half hour.
Yeah, it comes in so quickly, especially the Sunday mornings, and you have such little time to make your adjustments.
Yeah.
Makes it fun though.
Yeah, I still have to go through all of my FanDuel stuff.
Yeah. So is there any teams that you're seeing to be a big upset as we come into the week, or any possibilities for upsets? Do we see the Bengals lose again?
I don't have a lean either way, and I should see a lean, but I think they will. I think they'll lose.
You think so against Cleveland?
Yeah.
I think that team camaraderie is going to pull together really nicely.
Yeah. I think Cleveland pulls it back.
All right, let's see what we got next on the board for questions here. Deebo Samuel or Devontae Booker? Ooh, full PPR.
Deebo might be on a pitch count. It seems like they're actually worried about it. So I like Booker if you want to play safe. But Deebo's just been on a tear, so.
Okay. All right. Need 2 for flex. Rashad Bateman, Julio Jones, Russell Gage, Tony Pollard, Zach Moss, Pat Freiermuth. Need 2. So just to make life easy, I'm going to take Rashad Bateman and put him in the 1 spot because, in my opinion, he's the best play here out of this entire group.
I think it's between Moss and Freiermuth for me.
What about Julio Jones with no Derrick Henry?
No.
No, still questionable to see how that gets used. What about Russell Gage with no Calvin Ridley?
No. Like I said, I don't want to touch Atlanta right now. Especially against the Saints. The Saints D is just on fire. I'm playing a Saints D in anywhere I can this week for most of my lineups in DFS.
So I'm going Bateman and Moss. I think that Moss has a great chance to have a great day on the ground going up against Jacksonville. And though he's not like a true pass catching back, they'll dump it to him here and there, and you never know when it can break for big.
Yeah.
Okay. See what's next on the board. And yeah, news comes out. Deebo Samuel's looking to be limited for the 49ers this week. Sammy Watkins inactive. Hollywood Brown moves from 10th to top 5 in half-point PPR rankings based on the big names, the 4-letter networks. How are you feeling about Hollywood Brown? Obviously, we saw him.
I love him this week.
Yeah. Oh, so. All right, we got this same question from the guy that's in the chat. Nice to see you. The FBLPLR. If you want to explain what that name stands for, I'd be more than curious to hear it. But should I sit DeAndre Hopkins with all the drama going on?
Yes.
That we are sitting D Hop. What is the drama around D Hop?
Just his leg.
Just the injury. Okay.
Yeah, just the injury.
I didn't know if maybe he got in a car accident or something last night.
Oh, Jesus, no. So coming, him and Kyler traveled with the team. However, they're expected. There's not very high hopes that they play.
All right, fair enough. Darnell Mooney or Hunter Renfrow?
Oh, Hunter Renfrow by far.
Hunter Renfrow by far.
Oh yeah,
that hurts.
Yeah, that hurts. Hunter Renfrow. I love Hunter Renfrow this week.
Where do you think OBJ lands?
He wants to land with a contender, so
he doesn't have that choice though. That's the sad part. It's not up to him. Unless there's a team that really has no interest in, or there's 31 teams that have no interest in him, he doesn't really have an option.
Yeah.
He'll clear waivers on Monday, I believe.
Yeah.
So you think he's going to be a Lion?
I don't know.
They have first waiver priority. Carlos Hyde or Adrian Peterson, full PPR.
Carlos Hyde.
Yeah. Do we have an update on James Robinson? I'm pretty sure last thing I saw was that he was 95% confirmed out.
He is out. He is officially out.
Out. Let me make sure. All right. So we are going to go Carlos Hyde.
How do I see the chat? Where do I go and look at that? Just view stream on YouTube?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I also pulled some questions from Twitter. If anyone is on Twitter and wants to, maybe send us, retweet some of these tweets, maybe like the chat if you're watching right now. Let's go over to one more question, though. We're going to go back to Twitter. Eli Mitchell or Javonta Williams, full point PPR this week?
Eli Mitchell is also going to be on a pitch count. So I think I'll go Javonta Williams.
Yeah,
and Eli Mitchell, it's full PPR. Mitchell is not doing anything in the pass game.
That is very true.
So I'm leaning Javonta with that one. See in the chat, Cooper or Lamb, full PPR?
Oh, that's such an unfair question. Realistically, it's for me, it's CD Lamb because Amari Cooper's coming in slightly banged up and questionable into the week. But when you have two receivers, I mean, if you've got both, realistically, you should be finding a way to get both of them into your lineup.
Agreed.
But if you had to pick between one, I do think Amari Cooper is still the team's number one receiver. But I think this week that we're going to be seeing a lot more targets going to CD, even though Cooper can break out that big play. The reason I say it's unfair is because they're both so close to each other, and it's only going to take one catch to turn it either way. My money is on Lamb this week.
Let's see here. Cooper Lamb. I think this is going to be more of a Zeke game, but putting me in a corner. I think I'm going to pick Cooper.
You're going to go Cooper.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So we're not going to be able to answer you on that one. Oh, wow. FBL, PLR, football player. It's so simple and so great at the same time. All right. Thank you for tuning in. Make sure you guys are hitting that like button. And if you aren't already, subscribe to the channel. We do plenty of videos throughout the week to keep you guys updated, making sure you guys have the best rosters moving forward at every single moment. And if you haven't already, we do have a Discord chat where you guys can hang out, talk with us, possibly join some leagues if you didn't join any this week or this season. Beautiful little community to join, and even have Hugh in here Sundays when he's not on with me, jumping into the DFS, answering questions for that. His other wide receivers are Cooper Kupp and Keenan Allen. Do not bench either of those for Amari Cooper or CD Lamb. Make sure both of those guys are in, and then at that point, I'm going Lamb, he's going Cooper, and I think it's so do I no, do not start one of them over Cooper or over Keenan Allen. Keenan Allen is an absolute smash play this week. Justin Herbert's really been finding him the ball a lot over the past 3 games over guys like Mike Williams, who had a huge start in the beginning half of the season. And if it is going to be a rush heavy game, then you're probably going to see Herbert primarily using his targets going towards Keenan Allen just to get that first down and let the running game move it forward after that. So I'm a little hesitant on sitting Keenan Allen in any situations this week.
Yeah, I'd keep Allen and I'd keep Kupp, obviously. And I'm assuming he's playing one flex. So, I mean, the reason why I pick Cooper is because I think Cooper is always going to have the game. Like, he has Dak's eyes. So,
yes,
he's going to, on a normal basis, he will have a higher ceiling, in my opinion, than Lamb. but obviously Lamb will see more not check down targets, but he might see a higher volume. Like that's how Lamb will get there.
Yes,
Cooper will get there with a higher boom day.
exactly. It'll take that 40-yard touchdown pass that Cooper is very, 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 very talented enough to get at any point in the game. That could just throw numbers across the place. But I think Lamb gives you the safer floor.
Yeah. So here's my answer, and this might steer you a little bit more. I would look and see who your opponent has. Do you need a safer play in this spot, or do you need a boom? If you need a boom player, I go Cooper. If you want a safer start, play Lamb. But just know the floor and ceiling are different for each player. So I'd look and see in your matchup if that helps, Alan.
All right. Let's get a little tight end question in here. I think that might be nice. Do we play Tyler Conklin or, I can't even believe these names are getting put together, George Kittle at the tight end position?
Kittle's going to be on a pitch count as well.
I like it.
Not to say that he's not going to do anything. He's not going to do anything with that. Sorry. I do like Conklin. My brain is just working DFS right now. So switching over to like redraft. I think I'd play Kittle over Conklin.
You think?
Yeah. I mean,
I was right on the fence, but I was happy because Conklin's my start of the week. And in my head, I'm really questionable on Kittle this season so far. Even on he hasn't really played the most, but even when he has, he's only really had one huge game, and it didn't even come on a touchdown. It would just happen to be a 92-yard receiving game. We haven't seen him in 5 weeks now.
I think it just could be a big game for Jefferson, to be honest. That's why I'm like,
it could be. Slightly off topic, but slightly on topic. I was going through some of the bets that are available through DraftKings. They have KJ Osborne's receptions at over under 2.5. I thought that was a great little pickup play there. Personally, I think he's someone that gets the most random of work.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I don't know that lean on that. Maybe I'd maybe take the under on that for Osborne.
Really?
Yeah.
All right. Isn't that out? All right. Let's see what we got next. Brandon Cooks or DJ Moore?
Brandon Cooks all the way.
Okay, and on the same question, we got Mitchell or Williams. I'm assuming Eli and Javonta.
Yeah, I think we answered that. Yeah.
All right. All right, Alan, thanks for joining in. Appreciate it. Any more questions you got? If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and share it to your friends. Let them know that you found some really good fantasy people to help you guys set your lineups. And some of us even look good. The blonde guy might be a little ugly, but look at this beard on this other guy next to me.
Sutton or Higgins PPR? Patrick's asking.
I like Higgins over Sutton this week. I think we answered something similar.
Yeah, I agree.
And it's mainly in the fact that Judy's going to be coming back. Higgins is still a beast, even with Jamar Chase there. Oh, what's up, Pat? How you doing, Pat? One more question for you all in my other leagues. Do I start CMC over Edmonds in full PPR? Damn. So you're looking at a tough situation. Christian McCaffrey hasn't been back in forever.
So the report is this morning that CMC is going to see about 40 to 50 plays, not touches, plays. So, I mean, this is one of those where if you're projecting Kyler Murray's out, which I am, I think I take Edmonds over CMC just in this case because for the happenstance, CMC comes back, doesn't really feel all that well, and then they just like, we're going to let you sit for a little more, and they kind of like hesitant because they want to save him. They don't play him. Edmonds, however, with Kyler sitting, offers a higher rush side and a higher Colt McCoy is not going to rush. So Edmonds is going to get more rush yards. He's going to get more attempts. He's going to get maybe a higher target for checkdown. So I like Edmonds with a higher ceiling than CMC. But then again, you're playing Christian McCaffrey. So, I mean, he could house one for 30 yards. He could take a screen for 30 yards. So he still has that potential. I'm not saying that he doesn't, but I think the overall, I think you might have a better day with Edmonds.
So I'm gonna say the opposite here. I think that with James, I'm gonna say with James Conner in there as well. I think that they're gonna be splitting that rushing load pretty equally. And even though Christian McCaffrey might be on a snap count of 40 plays, when he came back from injury last year, they played against Kansas City. He only played 70% of the snaps for offense. The guy still had 18 carries for 69 yards and a touchdown, 10 catches for 82 yards, and then ended up getting hurt before the end of the game and still put up 37.5 fantasy points. I think Christian McCaffrey's just too much, literally too much of that Carolina offense that even if he is going to be on some sort of count, I think 14 points for Christian McCaffrey in 40 plays is going to be a low number.
Mm-hmm.
I'm actually going to say you got to start CMC because you never know. And then Chase Edmonds, I could be wrong later. I could kick myself in the ass, but I'd rather be wrong playing Christian McCaffrey than being wrong playing Chase Edmonds at this point.
I'll agree with that. I personally, there's a league where I have. So let's make this personal. There's a league that I have CMC. My lineup is right now Melvin Gordon. I played Naheem Hines, and I have Christian McCaffrey in one of my flexes. It's a 2-flex league, but I took out Deontay Harris. So like the people I'd be playing over would be like Jamal Agnew, Deontay Harris, and Randall Cobb. So like that one, I'm definitely starting CMC.
Yeah, there's no question. I got a flex related question. We got 4 names here. Eli Mitchell, Devonta Freeman, Brian Edwards, or Tyler Boyd going in for the flex. Does not say if it's going to be PPR or not. So I'm going to be assume half-point PPR for this question. I'm not starting Mitchell here. I don't think I'm comfortable.
I think it's
with
between.
Freeman.
I think it's Edwards or
Boyd.
Boyd for me.
Right,
sorry.
So
I think
I'm going
Mitchell.
Edwards. You going Mitchell?
Yeah.
All right, we're going to rock, paper, scissors this one. So with that snap count, you think that Mitchell is going to be someone that – what do you see his ceiling being? Or like what is your expectations for him this week if he is on that snap count?
For Mitchell?
Yeah.
I mean, he's still going to see – they don't like Trey Sermon.
No, they
Jeff
don't.
Wilson's coming back off of IR. So, I mean, it could be a Jeff Wilson day. If for whatever reason Mitchell doesn't feel well, they could, give it to Wilson. I just don't know where I'd prefer getting the line share with Mitchell in that situation. So I'd go with the volume play in that tight end or in that flex spot. So,
all right. Dalton Schultz or George Kittle this week. And this person did comment that they already know that George Kittle will be on a pitch count.
But Blake Jarwin out, Schultz.
Yeah. Anyone watching, make sure to pay attention to that Cowboys game. Mike will be paying attention from the Dolphins game, watching Dalton Schultz's catches. He does have a bet in for over 4.5, and me and Brad did tell him that we would stay away from it. So he will be rubbing it all over our faces on Twitter if we are wrong. So make sure to tell him now. Just be like, hey, that was a bad bet. You shouldn't have taken it, even if it hits afterwards. gonna stick on our backs. All right, Brandon Cooks or Devontae Booker? I'm loving Brandon Cooks on this one.
Yep. Agreed.
Cooks is going to feast. All right, we got start Prescott at home versus Denver, or Joe Burrow at home versus Cleveland.
I say Burrow.
You say Burrow. You say Burrow. I'm gonna agree. I think Burrow kind of just hits a nice little stride this week again, like he did 2 weeks ago. I have to approve a trade, apparently.
Yeah, Wilson wants his trade to go through. You're gonna have to probably get Mike to.
It's been accepted. Yeah, he's gonna have to do it because he's. Do you mind texting Mike that really quick?
Yeah.
Just so I can keep this going for a minute. All right, Scott or McNichols. Oh, Boston Scott or Jeremy McNichols.
Boston Scott.
Boston Squad. Oh, that's who I put in for the DFS. Here, I'll update you on the DFS after I answer this question, and then you can tell me if you want me to change anything. Boston Scott for sure. All right, and just a reminder again, if you guys are watching, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, or anything else you can.
Tyler Boyd or Christian Kirk? Did we answer that?
No, we didn't. Tyler Boyd or Christian Kirk? I like Christian Kirk. I think Tyler Boyd's someone that's he's the number 3 receiver on that team.
I like Christian Kirk.
Yeah, I like Christian Kirk on this one.
Yeah.
What's Boyd's best week been? So with Higgins back. Oh,
very good.
It was last week. Last week he went 5 for 69 with a touchdown. I just don't see them turning into that game this week. And if anything, Joe Burrow looked pretty bad last week, not being able to move the ball to Chase and Higgins like he wanted to. And it looked like that stellar Jets defense really kind of slowed them down a little bit. What up, Wilson? Thank you, fellas. Pat, enjoy your day. Go Dolphins. Wilson, what is up? If you have any questions, let us know in the chat. I am working on getting your trade process right now, doing what I can, but I don't want to make promises to you. Darnell Mooney is questionable. That is no bueno. Darnell Mooney or Javonta Williams? Half point.
Darnell Mooney, Javonte Williams.
Mooney's playing Pitt. Williams playing Dallas.
Yeah, Williams. I forgot who Chicago was playing. Yeah, Williams. I think Pitt's going to feast on Chicago. So.
Okay.
Hyde or David Johnson from Wilson?
I like
DJ.
I think I like DJ on this one too.
Yeah. I'm not going to play a 30-year-old running back against Buffalo Bills defense.
Well,
sorry. Everyone can pick Hyde and say Hyde's going to be getting all of Robinson's touches and carries.
David Johnson like 30? He's 29.
I know, but I'd rather play a 30-year-old running back against Miami than against Buffalo.
Hey, man, our defense looked pretty strong for the first half of the game last week. No, I think David Johnson does see a nice little uptick. I actually took the over-under on his total yards, and I think DraftKings might have made a mistake. Total yards for David Johnson, 36.5. Receiving and rushing.
Wow, yeah. We got a Scrome. Is that Kadarius Toney over Hunter Renfrow, non-PPR? Yeah.
Galladay's health is...
I don't mind having Galladay be healthy. I think that takes pressure off of Toney. So okay. I still like Toney over Renfrow. Ceiling's higher.
Okay, yeah, we're looking at Galladay is going to be active. John Ross likely to be active. Sterling Shepard out, and Barkley will be out as well. Boy, oh boy. Boy, oh boy. Tua is active but not playing, which is you think he's about to throw a fit? Okay, guys, yeah, my finger hurts. Maybe trade me for a guy with not a broken finger. You guys like to trade me so much.
I don't know what's going on with that whole thing.
Imagine him pulling a Deshaun Watson in his second year. All right. Last second question. Deebo Samuel or Marquise Brown?
Brown.
I think I like Brown on that one.
Yeah. Safer play.
Said fire his little butt up. I just realized I've been tweeting out links at the end of all my questions, and I've just been tweeting out the Twitter link. Not a, hey, you should play this person. No, I've been making a mistake. All right, Boston Scott or Carlos Hyde. Scott is facing a bad LA Chargers defense, and Hyde is facing a good Bills defense. Scott might split work with Howard. Any advice? My advice is that we're not going to see Scott split time with Howard until Boston Scott's tired and the Eagles decide that they just want to give the guy a break and we're up 30 points against the other team.
Yeah.
All right. Galladay is active. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. One last, Claypool or Kirk? I think that's a really good one. Claypool, someone that you're looking at that much higher ceiling. Christian Kirk, with the availability of that receiving group and Kyler Murray out, I think could have an amazing day. I'm leaning Kirk on this one as much as that doesn't feel right in my stomach.
Yep. Agreed.
Okay, Galladay's active. So, Alan, we're both going to agree Christian Kirk here. It sounds like both of us are very, very hot on him. And we are 10 minutes away from kickoff, everybody. So please, please, please hit that little like button. We got 6 people in here, only 5 thumbs up. And I'm not going to lie to you guys, I might be one of those thumbs ups. So Rondale Moore, Rashad Bateman, or Kadarius Toney. I think on this one, I might be Toney. You like Toney?
Toney.
Kadarius Toney. It's just because he has the coolest name out of the group, isn't it?
No, I just think. No, I mean, is this PPR might lean Rondale?
This is a question from the chat. So Brooks, if you are listening, are you able to tell us if your PPR, half point PPR is standard? If it's full point PPR, I think I like Toney here. If it's half point, I think I might go like Bateman or something on the long ball. And while we wait for that response, let us just answer one more question over here. How are you feeling about Jarvis Landry in full point PPR? Would you start him over Deebo Samuel without OBJ there? I'm going to say no, Deebo for sure.
I go Landry.
You're going Landry?
Mm-hmm. I'm scared of Deebo after hearing the weeks talking.
Oh, yeah, they're saying his knee's looking worse than it's feeling worse than it did last week.
Yeah, I'm scared.
Okay. I'm gonna take your advice as the resident 49ers fan. I'm gonna believe you there, and I like your logic behind it because injuries really F up players,
especially with Deebo. That's what I'm.
So if you're uncomfortable with Deebo, does that give you any more comfortability with Brandon Ayuk this week?
Yes, I am. I think after what happened last week, I think he's not gained the trust back from Shanahan. I think he's just,
Okay. And he is saying it is full point PPR for the Kadarius Toney question.
Rondale. But Toney we saw a game where Toney was going to blow up. So
yeah, he had an absolutely studly day. I want to see over the past 4 weeks, I believe the Raiders have been allowing 29.37 points to the receiver in fantasy, and that would rank them down at 28th over the past 4 weeks. Across the season, though, It's a little bit different of a story. It's really not. They're actually been pretty good against the receivers throughout the season. So full point, did you say Bateman for full point? Or are we still on Tony?
Rondale.
Hmm?
For full point, I said Rondale.
Rondale?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I can agree with that. I don't know why I thought you said Bateman. All right. Yeah, Rondale on full point, especially with the limited receiving group out there. And especially if D-Hop does not play or is benched or on some sort of a snap count. All right. There. All right. Does anyone in the chat have any big hot plays that they're excited for? Anyone that they want to claim their name on and say, hey, I called this guy to ball out this week before anyone else? Throw it in the chat. Let us see what you guys got. Maybe help us out with some great names.
I need to look over all my lineups real quick.
All right. Yeah, I'm going to do that. So I'll be answering. If any of these questions I throw out here are more than likely going to be for my personal lineups as we get ready to get this week started off correctly. Let's see what we got here. How do you feel about Jalen Waddle, Robert Woods, Brandon Ayuk, or Cordero Patterson? Pick one.
Say again.
Robert Woods, Waddle, Ayuk,
Woods, Waddle, Ayuk,
Patterson.
I think Robert Woods.
Robert Woods. All right. Robert Woods or DJ Moore?
Robert Woods or DJ Moore? Robert Woods.
All right. Fair enough. Fair enough. All right, guys, I got a question. Renfro or Beasley in flex, or do I wait for Herbert Monty on Monday? I have both and see if Monty ends up getting cleared for full run or something. No, I think you really go with Hunter Renfro in this situation. Hugh pointed out earlier, he's already been very constant and stable in this offense, been getting his targets weekly, week in and week out. And then with Henry Ruggs obviously not there this week, it looks like he could be that number one receiving option if someone else doesn't take a step forward, being that Darren Waller even himself has taken some steps back, though he does look to be in a better situation this week. I'm very comfortable taking the shot playing Renfro and hoping that you're not stuck with a Herbert or a Monty at the end of it. No Ruggs. Yeah, no Ruggs. No Ruggs. Did you see the video that was released yesterday of his car driving?
Yeah, his girlfriend in the car a couple of years ago. Yeah, that was.
No, I'm saying they had a video of him right before the accident driving down.
Oh,
Vegas
really?
Boulevard.
No, I didn't. I did not see that.
You see one SUV just creeping down the road, and you just see a bolt of black just zoom, and then another car comes right behind him, just creeping down the road, and it's like, wow, man was playing some risky games there.
Yeah, no, it's just a sad situation there.
All right, so here's actually a really good one that I think you're probably going to get the best information on. Javonta Booker or Boston Scott?
Devontae Booker or Boston Scott?
Mm-hmm.
I like Booker against the Raiders in that. So, yeah.
All right, Booker it is. Booker. All right. Any questions on your personal lineups that you have pending in your brain that maybe some people in the chat might want to help you with?
I'm trying to open it up. I just went through all of my sleeper. Now I need to go to ESPN and set this stuff. So,
isn't it fun having 90% of your leagues on one app and then just one on the other?
Yeah. Nah, not to be honest. All right. Higbee or Schultz?
I like Schultz. I'll take Schultz on this one.
Even against the horrible Tennessee defense?
Yeah, I like, as much as I like Higbee, he doesn't seem to be being used nearly, or Stafford doesn't seem to be using the tight end nearly as much as Jared Goff did last season. Last season, we saw Gerald Everett and Tyler Higbee both pop off week in and week out, if not one of them, both of them. This week, we do not see that at all. It is the Cooper Kupp show Robert Woods is in attendance, and now that Deshaun Jackson's completely out, Van Jefferson's been getting a lot of his targets. I don't know that Tyler Higbee holds that red zone threat that we thought he was last year or would be used as going into this year. So though he is still a very solid fantasy start, I think he's kind of like a ceiling at 12 points, floor is sitting at like 6, and he's going to fall somewhere in between that. I think Schultz has the opportunity and chance this week to either have a terrible 6-point game, or if the cards fall the right way, he could be one of those tight ends to just have a breakout boom game because he gets those big plays out of availability. So I take the opportunity on Schultz, knowing that I could be making a bad decision.
All right, here you go. Well, 2 quick hitters. We got one from Scrum. Keenan Allen and Mike Williams against Darius Slay today. I like Keenan Allen. DFS, I like Mike Williams. Bounce back week for him playing against the Eagles. And then for you, their personal roster, Deebo Samuel or Jerry Jeudy?
I'm going to go. I think
it's full PPR.
Don't be mad when I say this. I think I'm still going Deebo.
Okay. That's kind of where my lean was, but okay. I just don't know. I'd like another position to pivot off of just because Jeudy is, he got 4 targets last week and he saw 39 receiving yards. It's against Dallas. If it gets steamed, I don't know. I'm really scared of Deebo's leg.
Yeah, no, I'm scared of it too. I just think that, again, you're kind of like the same situation as the tight ends. Deebo should have a better day. If he's barely banged up and his leg's not too big of a problem. If the leg is a problem, then he's going to be a complete bust. But I'd rather be wrong playing the higher upside than be right trying to be smart playing someone that is still coming back from an injury himself.
Yeah. Well, I can pivot. Okay, so there's pivot point. So here's what I'm going to do. For people that want to follow this situation, I'm going to play Deebo because Rondale Moore is I can add Rondale Moore and I can drop somebody if need be. So I'm going to make that adjustment. I can drop Darrell Williams if need be because the game's at the same time. It's a 3 o'clock game.
Right.
So I can go ahead and drop that.
There you go. All right, guys. We are less than a minute till kickoff. If you haven't already, hit that like button before you jump out of here. Subscribe to the channel. Let your friends know what's going on. And I hope everyone has the greatest week 9 of fantasy football ever. And you win every single one of your matchups by more than 25 points. All right. Thank you guys so much. Hugh, as always, thanks for filling in here today with Mike gone. It was great having you in here. Another head to bounce some topics off of. Please don't ever be afraid to join in again. All right, guys. All right. We will see you guys next time. Make sure to enjoy your weekends.